Hi and welcome to OBGYN. This is our 24th week update. We're just over 5 months.
Yep.
Now you thought we were about 6 months into this.
I did. I calculated it wrong. I was using 20 weeks, and so somebody asked me how many months I was, and I was like, 6 months. So yeah, I kind of made a boo-boo.
So we're 5 months in. Don't worry about it. They do time differently over here. So
I'm 4 weeks behind what I thought I was, even though the due date never changed. But
so that's good because it means we get an extra 4 weeks before the baby arrives and everything goes up. Okay, so quick update. This week you had an OBGYN appointment.
I did, and everything looks good. Baby's heartbeat was 160, so that increased from 140 from last time, which of course indicates a girl. What else? My bump was 24 centimeters, so it's right on track. And what else? Oh yeah, they made an appointment for me to get my diabetes test. So it's a glucose test. So
but it's a diabetes test for the baby though.
No, me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figure. I don't know.
Okay.
Good question.
We'll find out for the next update. We'll have an update on that update. So that was the OB test or appointment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it went fine. I was in and out in like 10 minutes. So
yeah, that was the first appointment that I didn't go to because so far everything has been
I did get to see the baby though. We didn't hear the heartbeat, but I did get to see. Yeah, I saw it on screen. And baby was moving and everything, but there was no point in you being there like you're going to miss out on work again or whatever. Or actually, the truth is you'd have to get up earlier.
Yeah, no, that's not.
And he didn't want to get up earlier.
My sleep-ins are I've got a very finite number of sleep-ins left, and I plan on making most of them. So yeah.
So that was fine. So I was only in and out in 10 minutes anyway, so you didn't really miss anything. So.
No. But I'm going to do the baby update this week. Even though I wasn't at the OBGYN appointment, I'm still going to do the update. So the baby is about 30 centimeters long, which is about...
Oh yeah, sorry.
12 inches.
Oh, whoopsie. Yeah, sorry.
No?
Yeah, it's 12 inches.
Okay. Which is the size of a... Come on, you have to say it.
It's the size of a corn!
So this is a corn on the cob.
Which I'm having for dinner and it's falling all over the place.
Great.
Whoops. Yeah, so it's quite big. It's slender.
It curls up though.
It
curls up.
Yeah.
So the brain is growing fast. I hope that says brain and not porcelain. The brain?
It says brain.
Brain, okay, brain. The brain is growing fast. Now taste buds are developing.
Yeah.
So we'll find out whether or not the baby likes corn on the cob this evening. The lungs are also developing.
Yeah.
The skin is still thin and translucent, but that'll change soon. So I assume by the time we do the next update that the skin may have thickened a bit more.
Yeah.
There's loads of movement from the baby.
Yeah, mostly at night time.
Mostly at night time we can see kicking.
Yeah,
which is exciting.
The other night, I was out in bed reading. It always happens at night. Baby's most active, and out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw like a bump, and I was like, "What the?" So I pulled up my pajama top, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can actually see it bumping." So I came out here and I lay on the couch, and I was like, "Fergal, don't put your hand there, because as soon as Fergal puts his hand there, the baby will stop moving." So every time that you've called me into the bedroom, say, "Fergal, the baby's kicking," and I'll run in, and it's like. Nothing. So this time anyway, I lay on the couch there and we saw it several times. Big, fairly, But you've felt it a few times now and it's quite strong, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. I've definitely felt
I think in the last video it was very light, kind of like a pulse.
Yes, whereas now it's definitely
thump. Yeah.
So why don't we show people the bump? Why don't we do that now? Because there's a definite bump at this point. Up until now, Abby has been... You've kind of questioned whether or not you were getting big.
Sarah and Yvonne said I hadn't popped yet.
Right.
Well, ladies, I think I've popped now.
Yeah, you definitely popped.
Yeah.
You're still very neat.
Thank you.
But there's a definite bump.
Yeah.
And
it does feel heavy. In the evening times, mostly, I will feel really.
Why don't we go into symptoms?
Just uncomfortable and heavy. I actually forgot to put that one in, but there you go.
Okay, there you go. So that's a nice segue into symptoms.
Yeah. So what did I put down here? My feet hurt a little bit and swelling of my ankles a little bit, but that could be to do with the heat because it's quite hot still here. Bending over to put socks or shoes on. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to be doing that in the future. Karen, my friend who's also pregnant, she suggested Uggs with no socks for the winter, and I think that's the way to go.
Slip-on sandals all the way.
In the snow, like.
Some people would do that here.
Weight-wise, I'm now 10 stone, and even though that makes absolutely no difference, it's a milestone for me. I've never been 10 stone in my life.
I've always been at least 10 stone.
Which I don't really care about, but that brings me up 10 pounds since we conceived. Sleep. Sleep is kind of getting a bit difficult because I'm uncomfortable. I can't lie on my back anymore, and lying on my side, it's better now that I'm using a pillow in between me and the bed, but I have to move the cushion with me every time I move left or right, which is quite often. So I can only imagine that's only going to get worse. Getting up out of a chair, if I'm lying on the couch there, you'll have to push me up.
You're asking for more and more kind of...
Give me a push there. Yeah. I'm still up to pee once a night, but still once, so it's fine. Tailbone pain has been fine. I've had actually no issues at all.
Subsided a bit, or is it still...
No.
Okay, good.
Even in work, I've had no issues. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Not doing too bad at all.
There's still a few more. I think there's more side effects this time than there are symptoms, particularly with the sleep and the ankles and stuff. But yeah, you're still very lucky that you haven't gotten anything. Yeah, like there's been no sickness and no huge moodiness and whatever. Yep. But yeah, so I think you want me to, okay, so this week we actually did our first prenatal class. Yep. Which was exciting.
It was?
There was a little bit about the class. It's a 7 week.
7 weeks, yeah.
7 week
and there's
thing.
11 couples.
It's 2 hours every Thursday night over 7 weeks.
Yep.
There's 11 couples. There's an Irish couple there too, so it was nice to meet a couple of Irish people too.
That was good.
In this class, last Thursday, we spoke about the first and second stages of labour. Don't ask me any of the things now because I've completely forgotten them all.
Were you freaked out?
No, it was good. There was a lot of information there that I had no idea about, particularly the fact that there was multiple stages of labour. I just thought, bang, baby, there you go. But I knew that people could be in labour for a long time, but I thought it was just one long stage of labour. So yeah, there's a lot of information there that I would have just never cared to know. So that's good for me at the very least.
And good for me too. I didn't really know some stuff too. Like the stages of labour, where if my water's broke I'd probably go in straight away. But now I think I'd wait until contractions were at least like 10 minutes apart because you're still a long way off. She said that if I'm able to have a conversation after having a contraction, you're not in your second stage of labour yet. So if, for example, I have a contraction and then I'm like, oh, Fergal, make sure you take out the meat out of the freezer there for tomorrow, then you know, stay where you are for a while. Because she said that in the second stage of labour you need to recoup after each transaction.
Transaction. Too much accounting. So the rule of thumb is if you can have a contraction and then you can hoover a room, you don't need to deliver yet. At least that's a rule I just made up. We'll see if it works out. The lady, I don't know what you call her. The teacher, let's call her a teacher. She showed us some labour positions and breathing techniques and chanting that would help you deal with pain.
I giggled throughout.
Abby was like a kid in a candy store.
It was just really funny.
She couldn't keep a straight face at all. Some of us were taking it seriously.
You were taking those moaning sounds very, very seriously.
That was a bit
I don't
weird.
think the chanting is the way I'm going to go.
No, it sounded like we were all monks.
It was funny. And she made us hold ice actually, which was really handy. And she gave us like 4 different things to do while holding ice to try and distract yourself. And all about visualization and counting and just different things to try and that actually was cool.
So here's a challenge to you viewers there now, right? Get a couple of ice cubes and hold them in your hand. And get someone else to time you for, what was about 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds. Now do it the first time without doing anything that you wouldn't normally do. Just try and hold the ice. And then the other pain management techniques that she told us was, one is that you would breathe in and you would breathe out and you would focus on your breathing. So you'd breathe in heavily and then you might hold it and breathe out. And you develop a focus on your breathing.
And counting breathing.
The other one was a counting exercise. The other one was just trying to focus on something in
Visualization,
the room, like visualizing.
Or try to visualize, or kind of focus on the noises in the room. Like, oh, that's the television.
Yeah, so basically just something to distract yourself from the pain. Well, it's not pain, but it's discomfort for sure of the ice in your arm or in your hand. So that was kind of interesting to go through. So yeah, overall it was very enjoyable, very informative.
Yeah. I think next week is the 3rd stage of labour, so I think we're going to see a video of the action. So that'll be interesting.
So stay tuned. Okay, so moving on.
Yeah.
We're going to introduce a
couple of questions.
A couple of questions, which might be a new segment. We'll see how it works out. But what do you miss?
What do I miss?
So I don't know what you mean about that, but miss about
before I was pregnant.
Okay.
Like I've been able to tie my shoes or bend down and just do anything. Put socks on. Pick up something off the floor. Now I have to kind of bend at my knees and just be careful. What else do I miss? Sleeping on my back. Yeah, because I always slept on my back and now it's really uncomfortable. And then runny eggs. Now I know we spoke about the food last time and how runny eggs is probably fine here because the safety standards are high, but I'm not chancing it, so yeah, I do miss runny eggs.
Abby is a fiend for the runny eggs. For anyone who's not Irish, runny eggs is sunny side up.
Sunny side up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to?
Finishing off the nursery. We've all the furniture and everything in, but I'm going to do some decorations on the wall. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do photo frames with cute pictures or whether I'm going to, like, it's treetop, skip hop treetop friends is a theme. It's like, you know, little owls and
animals
little birds and stuff. So they do like a selection of stuff that you can put up on walls and stuff. So I could do that or just something from Pinterest, I'm not sure.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to figuring that out. It might be when the baby's born and we find out the sex, because that will determine
of course.
what goes up on the walls. So what else?
So we have a lot done on the nursery, just on that.
We do.
We've
everything really.
We've pretty much everything. I spent last weekend putting together some
furniture. Yeah.
In a later update we will probably show you guys.
It'll probably be after the baby's born though. When it's done.
But that's all very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to look lovely.
Yeah.
I think all I have to get ready now is a mat or a rug for the room. But other than that, all the major big stuff is there.
Yeah. Sorry, so to go back to what you're looking forward to.
Oh yeah, finishing the books.
Books?
The three maternity books actually. And I've been kind of bad in the last 4 weeks. I think I've read very little. So yeah.
But we are substituting that with the.
The classes, and I'm also have the app on my phone and it updates me weekly of what's happening and things.
If anyone knows about this stuff, you do.
And
then finally the photo shoot.
Yes, we did a photo shoot about a week ago, and Fergal hated every single minute of it.
Well, that's not fair.
You whispered in my ear, "You owe me big time for this."
Well, you do owe me big time, but that's not fair because I pretty much hate everything.
It was so cute. The girl that did it is actually.
It was kitsch. It was good fun, but I can never show my face in that part of Vancouver ever again.
And it's funny because when we did our photo shoot for our engagement, we did it in Renville Park, and a colleague of Fergal's walked by when we were doing the photo shoot.
And I never heard the end of it.
And this time it was exactly the same.
A colleague walked past and said, I was wearing not this shirt, but it was another
lime
shirt.
green.
She just walks up to me and she goes, I'd know that shirt from anywhere, and I was mortified.
And at the time it was the most kitschiest of all the poses. We were on a bridge and we were standing in the middle of the bridge and she made Fergal bend down and kiss the bump, and it was just so funny and he was dying.
See, so let me know in the comment section below whether or not you think Abby owes me big time, just based on that one story alone.
But I can't wait to see them. So it was Harmeet who took them for us. She's a colleague.
Big thank you to Harmeet for
I'm really looking forward to seeing them. And so we should get them by the end of September, so maybe I will add a few in the next video at the end. Maybe I'll put some up on Facebook too, the less kitschy ones.
Nothing embarrassing about that at all.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to seeing those. Yeah.
Sorry, moving on.
Yeah.
What are you most nervous about?
I am most nervous about, well, between now and the birth, nothing really. I can't control labour and all that, so I'm not stressing out about that. What'll be, it'll be. But for afterwards, soothing a baby who's not crying, or who's crying all the time. I don't know how I'm going to react to that. I've had Mum on Skype going, I don't know what to do. It's going to be great that we're going to have Fergal's mum here for 3 weeks in January. So that
hopefully
really
the baby arrives in time.
Well, the 10 days will be the 9th of January. Yeah. 10 days overdue will be 9th. So either way, we'll have her for 2 weeks at that point, or after that point. So at least Catherine will be able to give us some pointers or advice, or because she's got a ton of experience. What else am I nervous about? Just the exhaustion. I know that hearing from stories of other people that you're very tired and emotional, and because we don't have a lot of support here family wise, it's just, I'm afraid, I don't know how I'll react.
Yeah.
I'll probably be fine.
I'm sure we will. But on that note, because it's just us over here in Vancouver, and obviously we're doing these videos for both you and our enjoyment, let us know in the comments or an email or whatever if you've had a baby, if you were nervous about the same things as well, and how you felt about it after you've had the child. I think if you could send us that kind of information, that might help put a lot of our fears at ease. Yeah. So we would appreciate that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yes, that's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to ask you the same things. What are you nervous about?
Oh, you know me. I'm rock solid. It's kind of a lot of change, I guess. It's just been you and I here on our own, and then we've been here what 2.5 years. So it'll definitely be a change in the dynamic of at least what happens in the apartment. We'll have a little person to worry about. So it'll be interesting to see what that does. Other than that, it's just you have to relinquish all control right now. I don't like that personally. I don't like surprises. Abby will tell you that I hate surprises. So a lot of that is kind of new to me, and I don't like it, but it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine.
It will be fine once the baby's here.
But I'm definitely looking forward. I'm definitely looking forward to meeting the baby. It's nice to see things. In the earlier updates, there would be no physical change to Ab's body, so you'd still be kind of it's still a very alien concept, or it's very detached. But when you see the kicks, and when you see the heartbeats, and when you see the ultrasounds, and you see all that kind of stuff, it does kind of help solidify that you're going to have a child. And it's nice to see more and more changes come faster and faster over the last few updates. So
it's helping you to kind of get used to the idea.
Yeah. That. So where are we now?
Yeah.
So let's move on. You bought some things since the last update.
Yeah, we're not going to show you any of them, but we got the activity playmat. Again, it's the same theme as the nursery, so it's Treetop Friends, and it's really cute. I love it. Crib sheets, swaddle blankets, and nappies. We went over the border to the States and bought 240 nappies. So we should be okay for 2 months at least.
Is that all?
I don't know actually. I suppose it depends.
240 nappies. Here's another challenge for you. How long will that last us for?
Is it 6 nappies a day in the beginning?
If you know how long that's going to last us for, let us know. If you don't know how long that's going to last us for, guess. Maybe we'll do a prize at the end of this.
Send you some maple syrup or cookies.
Closest prediction wins maple syrup. There you go. The challenge has been set.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the gender challenge. Last time we had done the baking soda test, and we had got girl. So the first time was boy, second time was girl. So we said 3 times.
2 for 3. Yeah. 2 out of 3.
So we're just going to do it again. Here's my baking soda, and the urine. And if it fizzes, it is a boy, and if it stays flat, it is a girl.
Should I help a bit, maybe?
Flat.
Flat.
So that's girl.
So what's that?
That's
2. I don't remember.
That's 2 girls and 1 boy. So the baking soda test says girl. So I'm going to just show you here. I know you can't see it properly. I'll add it as a picture at the end. But you can see there's 7 blues and there's 4 pinks. And now because that's now because that was girl, now there's 5 pinks. So it's still in favour of a boy. So we'll wait and see. So that's the end of our gender prediction. We will wait and see when the baby is born. But yeah, that's interesting. It's flat as a pancake.
Yeah. And I don't know if we've mentioned it before in other updates, but some people have kind of chosen their camps as to whether or not they think it's a girl or a boy. Do keep those coming in.
Oh yeah, do.
I suddenly sound like a radio presenter there. Do keep those coming in. We love to hear from you people.
The girls in work really think I'm having a boy.
But it's still split 50-50. I think a lot of people think boy, a lot of people think girl. So it's not.
I still think my bump is quite low. It is filling up up here. But I still think it is quite low because there's quite a gap there.
I've forgotten what a low bump means.
Low bump is boy. A boy, yeah.
Okay. So we might do more of those.
If we can come across new predictions, we'll definitely do them. So here,
so you went from 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8, 9. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the update. We're going to do a few of those and shout outs. First off to Chuck, how's it going, bud? He's a big fan. Enjoying the videos, he says. This one's for you. Also, Andreas and Elizabeth in Vienna. V-Gates, they say they're our #1 fans. So I hope you guys are doing well. Also to Rose in
South Africa. Yeah, and she gave us some really lovely words of encouragement. Yeah. So thanks very much, Rose.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your trip to Europe too.
Yeah. Holly and Sarah had a couple of questions. So Holly's my cousin and Sarah is my good buddy at home. So the swimming, you were wondering did I continue with the swimming, and I'm afraid I haven't. I really should. You have to push me to go. No, I haven't. I hope to. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, thank you for encouraging my love of dungarees. You know what? Maybe I will go back and get that dungaree dress after all. You were asking about my tailbone pain and my chair in work, and that I can probably ask for another chair. Thanks for the advice. But so, in the last 4 weeks, I've actually been grand. So
yeah, you haven't complained about much at home either. So.
No. So chair at work is actually fine. And just final note, congratulations to my sister Kira and her new fiance Gary, who got engaged in New York a couple of weeks ago, and their engagement party is tonight.
Hope you had a good time at the party.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably over at this stage. It's probably 2 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
No,
maybe
it's
still going. And looking forward to Orla and Sam arriving here on Friday evening, and we have them for a week. We've got a great week of activities planned. Can't wait to see them. That's my sister and my nephew. So until next time.
So that's it.
Yep.
So thanks very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.